17 years ago this week, customers of the 5 biggest banks in Shanghai got a new and more convenient way of getting money as China's first ATM network went into operation. In tonight's edition of Shanghai Stories, Mark Leff looks back and ahead at the way we use money.
Shells were the first currency in ancient China. The Chinese may have invented the metal money we know in English as coins or cash about 2,900 years ago, and almost certainly did invent paper money around the year 1000, and the earliest notes were among the world's largest. By the late 1940s, so were the numbers on them. During the hyperinflation in the last days of the nationalist government, one bank in Xinjiang printed a 6 billion yuan note, which would only buy a few grains of rice. People had to carry around stacks of money just to get their daily necessities. A trip to the bank or the market was often an exercise in heavy lifting. The numbers were back to normal in the first days of the renminbi, but people still had to go into a bank to get the new notes. Then in 1988 came ways for bank customers to get money without talking to a teller. ICBC says this is the very first ATM in Shanghai. It only worked for ICBC customers, but 7 years later came ATMs and cards that would let banks talk to each other. The Golden Card project in September 1995 was the first of its kind in China.
It was launched by Chinese government. The purpose was to link all the banks together.
But it took a while to get people to use them. At first, many people didn't trust the machines, but that soon changed.
It's interesting that the use of ATMs in China reached a small climax in 2003 during the SARS outbreak. Nobody wanted to go to a crowded bank without air conditioning.
Yin says by last year, ICBC alone had 5 billion ATM transactions, and the machines moved nearly 5 trillion yuan. And while customers still have to deal with tellers for complicated things,
I don't want to tell the cashier about how much I want to withdraw, and it's too much talking. I just want to withdraw my money quickly.
But technology is still not the answer for everybody. A nearly 3-year-old project to get people to use special debit cards at wet markets around Shanghai has been slow to catch on. Not with people like Helen Pu.
Money, I think they're not very clean. You have to, a lot of people touch them, and there must be a lot of germs. Yeah.
But the managers at this market say only about 1 in 10 customers uses the cards, and older people especially still prefer paying in cash. So what's the future of money in China? Some experts say even the bank branches will start disappearing.
Younger people in the future would prefer more using internet banking. Even ATM will be less and less because people don't really need that much cash.
And that could mean new careers for these guys. Mark Leff, Shanghai Live.